Rajat, please introduce yourself to the panel.
So myself, Rajat. I'm coming from Thiruvananthapuram district in Kerala. I've done my BTech in electrical engineering from IIT Palakkad. Post that, I've done my master's in business administration from IIM Indore. I worked for a year in Deutsche Bank, and I've been preparing for the civil services ever since. So my hobbies include playing and watching football, practicing Kavripait, etc.
So, Rajat, as I see you are from Kerala, so I want to know your views. Uh, there's a lot of migration happening from Kerala to Gulf and many other areas. So, you think migration from Kerala, is it in the state's interest?
Yes, sir. Sir, we have a huge population migrating to countries like the Gulf. Now we are also witnessing improved patterns of migration to countries like USA for the high skill jobs as well, sir. Sir, there are two sides to it that I can see. Sir, firstly, we are a remittance-based economy. Almost 40% of our total incomings come from the remittances, sir. So in that sense, it's good. But at the same time, sir, we are having a brain drain when it comes to much required skill, and also, sir, the demography is also witnessing a huge change because of this, sir. And at the same time, sir, the resilience of our economy is getting affected because we are heavily dependent on the economic activities happening outside, and downturns are easily affecting us, sir. So these are some of the aspects that I can see.
All right. Rajat, I am very curious to know with your IIT and IIM combination, the best a youngster can ever have in India. And you are looking towards the civil services. Why is it so?
There are multiple reasons that I can see at the moment, sir. First thing is the diversity of the jobs that the civil services offers. So second thing that I see is, sir, the job satisfaction. The satisfaction that I get by trying to uplift the conditions of the most marginalized. So I think that's something that we cannot find in the private sector jobs as such. And sir, third thing, sir, I feel like I can make a change in the society, sir. That's another aspect. And fourthly, sir, as you rightly pointed out, I've done my education from IITs and IIMs. Sir, so going back to the society is something that I see as my way of giving back to the society, sir, because I've had the privilege of receiving the best quality of education.
So tell me, Rajat, you have been partly technocrat, partly, a management man, a manager. Now you must have acquired some traits, as a manager, as a technocrat. Now, what is that extra additional trait that would be required of you if you want to become a bureaucrat and a civil servant?
Yes. Sir, as you rightly pointed out, sir, there are a few technical things that we have received. For example, like the problem-solving skill, the managerial skills, etc., sir. But in addition, I think we need that connect with the people, sir, so that we can understand the needs of society better and respond to it. So I think that is one aspect that we need in the civil services.
All right. So you are an electrical engineer, Rajat. Now,
Yes.
my question is, this COP28, uh, this was not in India's interest. Why?
Sir, there are a few aspects, sir. Uh, Mostly, the decisions have favored the developed countries, sir. And in addition, sir, a few of the suggestions that we put forward, like the loss and damage fund, the compensation that the developed countries need to pay, etc. So these have not been adopted in the way that we wanted to, sir. So this can be cited as a reason as to why the recent COP28 summit may not have gone in our favor.
My last question. Uh, give your assessment about India's current status of number one, democracy, economy, and global standing.
Sir, current assessment in the sense, do I need to point out the position that I feel we are in, or
No, you
just
make
the?
your own assessment. How, as a democracy, how are we whether there is a decline, there is a growth, in those terms, the trends.
And secondly, the economy, sir. Second
What did
aspect
you
that you
say for
mentioned is,
democracy?
uh, sir, if I may ask you, sir, you wanted my opinions on the democracy aspect, the economy aspect, and the polity, right, sir?
Three: democracy, India's economy, and India's global standing.
Thank you, sir. Sir, firstly, coming to the democracy, sir, we are the biggest democracy in the world. And I think in terms of the democracy, we are doing extremely well, sir. Ever since our independence, we have not seen a single military coup, unlike our most of our neighbors. And sir, we've been very representative when it comes to initiating the universal adult franchise as well as in terms of the representation, sir. Our election commission, as many individuals have pointed out, sir, is continues to be one of the most robust institutions. Sir, it's one of the things that we are known for outside the world, apart from Mahatma Gandhi, sir. But at the same time, sir, we do have certain issues when it comes to mobilization based on caste, religion, the underrepresentation of women. For example, currently we only have 14% of women in the current Lok Sabha, sir. So these are some aspects wherein which we can perform better. But on the whole, sir, I think we stand true to our identity as the largest democracy in the world. Sir, in terms of economy, we are one of the fastest growing economies, sir. Recently, IMF has pointed out that we stand as one among the only bright spots, and we've been given a projection of 6.7% right now, which is among the fastest growing economies, sir, in the world right now. But again, sir, here there are aspects wherein which we can improve. Sir, these include bringing more inclusiveness in when it comes to the growth aspect, sir, because the growth is mainly concentrated among certain regions as well as certain sections of the population, sir. So this is definitely one thing that we can work upon. At the same time, sir, we can also focus on our industrial sector, which has been lagging a bit.
Uh, let's be
But
brief.
yeah,
What about global standing?
yes, sir. Sir, global standing, sir, I would say, in considering all these aspects in mind, sir, we should be the first, sir, because a lot of nations look up to us when it comes to our political support as well as our economic support, sir.
So thank you, Rajat. I pass on to our member, Khanna sir. Over to you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Rajat, the first question that Honorable Chairman asked you on migration. So
Yes,
my question is part B of that what is the impact of migration on demography of a place?
Sir, there can be multiple aspects, sir. One, if we look at the gender profile, sir, in states like us, it's mostly the male population that is migrating, sir. So there is a skewness in terms of the women population. Sir, second thing that I can look at is the age factor, sir. It's mostly the people in the productive ages that are migrating, sir. So as a result, there is a shift towards the aging population that is being concentrated in certain areas. And as sir asked in the previous question, sir, Kerala has an issue of the rising aging population as well, sir.
Uh, Rajat, you have done MBA also, right?
Yes, sir.
So who is a better manager? A management graduate or a politician?
Uh, Sir, I like to look at it from two sides, sir. It mostly depends on the context. When it comes to managing from a technical viewpoint, for example, sir, in the financial sector, etc., where that adequate knowledge is required, sir, I think managers can be better. But when it comes to the leadership, the organizational skills, the organizational behavior, change management, etc., sir, I think the politicians are also equally adequate and competent when compared to managers.
Now you are posted in a district and a politician wants you to do something which is against your management principles and learnings. Got my point?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Politician
sir.
wants you to do something which is against your management lessons.
Yes, sir.
What will you do?
Uh, yes, sir. Sir, the first thing that I would look at, sir, is to check whether it is in conflict with the rule of law, sir. If it is against the written rules and regulations as well as our constitution, then I would not go by it, sir. But if it is in favor, I would definitely go by him, sir, because as a politician, he represents the will of the people, and that is what the people want, sir. So if that is the case, then at times we may need to go against the best management practices. But at the same time, sir, I'll convey that aspect of management principles to him, sir, and await his feedback.
All right. One last question I want to ask you is on possibility of power supply without wire. Is it possible? Then what principle is applied there?
So the principle that I can think of is wireless charging, sir. We have companies like Samsung that have come up with the wireless charging principle, wherein mobile phones, etc., can be charged by keeping it on a surface. So that doesn't actually require wires. So that's what I can think of.
That's all.
Sir, sorry, sir.
Anyway, I leave it to you. I thought you will think little more on wireless supply. What principle was there? Okay, I'll pass on to the next.
About it, sir. Thank you.
Rajat, you are interested in football. You have been football captain in IIT.
Yes, sir.
So, what is the current ranking, FIFA ranking of India?
Sir, last time I checked, it was 101 when it came to the men's ranking and 63rd when it came to the women's team ranking.
Okay. And what time frame you predict for India participating in this FIFA World Cup?
Yes. Sir, I expect us to be there in the next 10 to 15 years, sir. Because it also depends on the countries who are hosting it, sir. If it is because based on the way nations are selected, if an Asian country is hosting it, then we also have the chance as Asian nations to participate in, sir. So and depending on our current scenario as well, sir, I think in the next 10 to 15 years we will definitely be there.
This All India Football Federation has come out with some vision 2047. Are you aware? But tell me one or two more important features of that.
Yes, sir. Sir, one aspect that I can think of is, sir, looking at talent in the ground level. So there are a lot of reach outs when it comes to the rural schools, etc. Sir, for example, we have the Vision India program that is being done in various schools, wherein children are scouted at a very young age. They are trained in various academies and then made competent enough to compete at the global stage, sir.
Okay.
Second, sir.
That's okay. Now, tell me something about ESG in corporate governance. SEBI has also come out with some compliance guidelines. ESG in corporate governance.
Yes, sir. Sir, ESG stands for considering the environment and social aspects in governance, sir. As a result, companies are made to invest a certain amount of their money when it comes to societal development. They are made to cut short of their polluting aspects, etc., so that they also become environmentally friendly, sir. In addition, we also can point to investment in green bonds, etc., which is part of this ESG framework.
Very nice. Now, Rajat, now we are witnessing kind of, I won't say fourth wave, but it is something like, again, this JN1 is, there are cases of JN1 being reported in different parts of India. And even on earlier occasions, Kerala as a state or as a region has been one of the first few states or regions to get the currents of the wave. Why it is
Yes,
so?
sir.
Kerala is among the first states or regions in the country.
Yes.
Even presently, the maximum number of cases of this JN1 infection are reported from Kerala.
Yes, sir. As you have rightly pointed out, sir, even the JN1 wave, we have been one of the most severely affected states. So primarily, this is due to the fact that we are a heavily remittance-based economy, sir. Most of our population are linked with external nations and they work there. In addition, sir, we are dependent on our tourist sector as well. So a lot of people actually come and visit our state, sir. So this is one another aspect. And sir, third thing that I can think of is our population density, sir. In terms of population density, we are a highly densely populated state. So this is also increasing the frequency of spreads.
Okay, my last question, Rajat. What is happening in Red Sea, and what are consequences for India, and how is it responding? How is India responding?
Sir, in the Red Sea, sir, we are witnessing a conflict. This can be said to be a spillover effect of the Israel-Palestine conflict, sir, because there are Houthi rebels in the Yemen region. So they have openly declared their support for the Gaza-based operations, sir. As a result, they are doing their piracy elements, piracy aspects on the in the Red Sea area, which is a very strategic place and a choke point as well, sir. Recently, two of our ships, I think MV Kem Pluto and MV
Hmm.
Sai Baba, they've been attacked, sir, and this is actually creating an issue, sir, in the east.
Has India taken any action in this regard?
Sir, the point I can think of is Operation Sankalp, sir. We have strengthened our Navy patrol in the area, and any ship that is carrying an Indian flag is being given the safety of the Indian Navy patrols.
Okay. Thank you, Rajat. Over to Mr. Chahal, please.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. So, Rajat, carrying our discussion on international affairs, if we see China, China is very aggressive at our borders. They are developing new infrastructure. So, how should India respond to this aggression from China?
Sir, in terms of the infrastructure aspect that China is talking about, sir, they are coming up with the Belt and Road Initiative, as well as they have launched their own sovereign fund for supporting projects in various countries, sir. Sir, we can look at it in terms of two ways, sir. Sorry, sir.
No, yes, continue.
Yes, sir. Sir, we can look at it, we can counter it in two ways, sir. One is with the use of our multilateral cooperation. We can make use of avenues like Quad, etc., to strengthen the infrastructure projects in the region. Sir, we can also look at initiatives from our end, which includes the Diamond of Pearl strategy, the IMEC, the India Middle East European Economic Corridor, the international North-South Transit Corridor, etc., sir. In addition, we can also depend on our soft power, sir, because we have extended huge support to nations when it comes to humanitarian assistance, etc., sir. We also have a cultural influence. So these aspects can be cumulatively used, sir, to strengthen our influence in the area.
You are a student of sociology. You are optional sociology, right?
Yes, sir.
So, what three changes would you like to see in our present Indian society?
Sir. Uh, Sir, the three changes that I would like to see, sir, one is in terms of the gender profile, sir. I would like the society to be more gender inclusive and less patriarchal. Sir, second thing, I would like to see an overall balanced development, sir, because we have certain well-developed regions. At the same time, areas like the Northeast are lagging a bit behind in development indicators. Despite having 4% of the area, only 2% of the total investments is actually going there, sir. And third thing, sir, as also said in our budget, I would like to see a focus on our youth, sir, because we need a youth-led growth. We need them to be skilled so that the maximum demographic dividend can be leveraged.
Okay, my last question, Rajat. I see many extracurricular activities in your dance. So you can choose any activity of your choice and explain how it will help you in civil service.
Uh, yes, sir. One thing that I can think of is the is my interest and passion towards football, sir. Because football is a team-based sport, and it requires all of us to work together as a team. Similarly, sir, if I can bring that aspect of football into civil services, I can help my service, whichever I am in, to and my colleagues to work together as a team so that we can contribute to overall national development, sir.
Okay, thank you, Rajat. I pass on to Chairman, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, I pass on to you, sir.
Sumesh, you have passed on to me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So, Rajat, anything from your DAF which we may not have covered? If yes, then you can point out. I can ask you one last question from your DAF area.
Sir, I've been practicing Kalaripayattu for the past 2 years, sir. It's a martial art form from Kerala. So I'd be happy if you can ask a couple of questions on that.
What is it? Actually, your voice. Can you be louder? I am not able to hear you
Uh,
properly. Can you repeat?
sure, sir. Sir, am I audible now? Can you hear me? Am I audible now, sir?
Yeah, you are audible. Yes.
Sir, so in terms of my dance, sir, I've been practicing Kalaripayattu. So
Practicing
Kalaripayattu is
what?
a Kalaripayattu, sir, or Kalari, sir, as we call it. It's a martial art from Kerala.
Oh, martial.
So,
Okay. So
uh, so
so tell us something about it. How good you are at this?
Yes, sir. So I've been practicing it for the past 2 years, sir. I've been a football enthusiast as well as I've been training in the gym, sir. So as a result, my body was becoming a bit stiff. So in order to counter that and get some flexibility, I started practicing Kalaripayattu, sir. But in the long run, I've been more spiritually drawn to it, sir, because we have many practices wherein we worship Mother Earth. We offer our things to the guru. So these things have made me more spiritual, sir. So there is a spiritual aspect at the same time. We are getting better physically as well, sir. So this is something that I can tell you about Kavit.
Okay. So so Rajat, we now close our interview, and I hand over to Mr. Sumesh. He will give you the next advice as to what to be done.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
So, Rajat, I will again put you in waiting room for a minute or two, and you wait, and then we will have our feedback session.
Yes, sir. Yes. Thank you, sir.
So Rajat, we are in the process of feedback, so we can be more informal. So first, let me know how you think you have performed this today, Rajat.
Uh, so it was a pleasant experience, sir. I think I could have worked a bit more on my the personal side of my the answering, sir. Because I think general questions I was able to tackle okay, but the personal aspects, sir, I could have worked a bit more on that.
Okay. So Rajat, our assessment is that you are a very bright candidate from interview point of view, and you'll do very well. I wonder whether this is your first round in UPSC or you have appeared before.
So this is my second attempt. Last time I could not clear the mains exam, and this is my first interview.
No, no, but interview is first.
First interview.
All right. So you're doing very well for the first time as an interview. So Rajat, you are balanced in all respects. You have a very sound qualification, and obviously with IIT, IIM, as I had also mentioned, the expectation of the panel is also very high, and normally more difficult questions are posed to candidates like you, but that does not mean that the level playing field will not be observed, because they know very well that these are difficult questions, but if you are able to answer them, then you are on cloud nine. So I would say that in terms of your personality, you are very pleasing personality. You are totally in command, and you are quite balanced. Good communication, very structured answers you gave. I like your answers on the first question about migration, and you covered both aspects. So, in all, I would say that content was also very good. I would like to just correct you on one particular, just two things. One is when I asked you about this democracy and all. So, Rajat, you went a little longer.
Yes.
You have to respect time. Mind you, if you since you are going for the first time, we have seen in the main interview in UPSC also. There are 5 members invariably. and there is 30 minutes time. 1 or 2 minutes, they get lost in pleasantries. So effectively, you have about 26 to 27 minutes, and you have 5 people. So on an average, chairman takes more, 1 or 2 minutes more. So each member has got 4 minutes to go, right? So keep that in mind and be as short as possible. So in this question, I would have advised you, had I been you, I would have said, sir, India's democracy, as far as democracy is concerned, India's democracy is vibrant and we are still the leaders in the world. There have been some ups and downs, and there have been some comments from international arena about that our democracy is going down. But sir, the way our institutions are working, I think that Indian democracy has stood the test of time, and it is going stronger and stronger. So economy, we are still the fastest growing economy, and we have done a great job during the time when other countries, Western countries, have undergone recession. And barring few areas of macro indicators, we are going very strong, particularly the GDP and other things. Global standing, sir, yes. G20 has raised India's status further, and we are like global powers. And as they say, Vishwa Guru, we are on way to be the Vishwa Guru, and we are steering the world, in many matters. So this is how I feel that ours. That's all. To the point. Don't give industry, employment. Don't mention each and everything. Just, a very summary, very broad summary of your feeling. Just 3 sentences, 4 sentences, that way. So just keep in mind, brevity is very good. And in your answer to why IAS, rest was fine. Don't mention IAS as a job. You use the word, if you see the video, you will find that the job security or job satisfaction you said. So don't call civil services as a job. It is a service. All right. So that's all from my side. I'll request Khanna Saab to give his observations.
Thank you, Vinodji. Rajat, very good personality, good communication. Your grasp on all situations is very good. So I don't want to comment on any other item except your own electrical thing, that look into the technology behind charging of smartphone. We now place smartphone and it gets charged wirelessly. So that was what I had asked you. So there are two scenarios: wireless charging and power supply through wireless. तो दोनों में क्या difference है वो देख लेना. And that's it. I hope on the day of interview you will be changing the color of your shirt and tie.
Yes, sir, definitely.
So do that and just keep it up. Your clarity of thought, your communication is good. Chairman has already talked about lengthy reply in some cases. So just keep a note of that.
Thank you, sir.
Wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir.
I think Rajat, nothing more to add from my side. Every point has been covered by Honorable Chairperson and Honorable Member. Just keep it up. You are a very bright candidate. I am sure you will do very well.
Thank you, sir.
So Rajat, same from my side. Overall, personality-wise, communication-wise, content-wise, you were good in all the aspects. So keep it up and try to avoid long answers. Otherwise, you were very good. So wish you all.
Thank you, sir.
So Rajat, anything you would like to ask us?
Sir, I've been told, sir, to limit a bit of my hand and head movement, sir. So, how far is that, playing a role in the actual interview? If I may ask.
So you are asking about your hand movement.
That we
Yes,
could
sir.
not
Hand
see.
and head.
And we could not see.
Rajat,
Okay.
I won't be able to do justice because I could not see your
Yeah.
image. So Mr. Anil and Mr. Khanna will guide you.
In fact, sir, there was no hand movement. We could not see any hand movement, sir.
Very
Hand
good.
movement was not visible at all. In fact, we could not see a hands. So there was no question of seeing movement of hands. Head was, I think there was nothing ऐसा कुछ नहीं था सर कि बहुत ज्यादा कुछ हुआ हो. And head
ऐसा
movement was also
होता तो हम
normal.
लोग नोट कर लेते, बतलाते हैं.
It was
जी.
fine.
So
We
Rajat,
could have pointed out.
Rajat,
Yeah.
Rajat, when is your interview?
So it's not in the first phase, sir. The dates are not yet come.
Oh, so Rajat, my advice is that you must take a interview which is offline, one-on-one. So no, because the hand movements, your sitting, how you sit, that can also be addressed. If you have any doubts or the way you sit, the way you conduct yourself. So take any mock interview anywhere in Delhi or otherwise, but from online to offline, there is a lot of difference, and ultimately it is the offline that matters. So do give an opportunity to yourself to do online also, offline also. Okay.
Yes.
Any other question?
That's all, sir. Thank you so much.
So we have, so Rajat, we have given you 68% as we had mentioned right in the beginning, that you are very brilliant and very bright. So keep it up. 68% is one of the highest categories.
Yes, yeah.
With but you have the potential to even go beyond 70%. We have held back few percentage for the reasons we have cited you, and also to provoke you to and not be complacent with your performance. So keep working and be in touch. Don't leave preparing for the interview, even if you are doing any other activity. Just keep in touch with current and international affairs, and read newspapers every day without fail. And don't read newspapers only Hindu and Deccan Herald and all South papers. Please read Delhi papers also, because the people in Delhi, when they come overnight, they see the newspapers of Delhi edition first. In the morning in their rooms, Delhi edition papers will come. So if you are not aware of what has happened in Delhi or North India, or what papers have reported, you may be missing a good chance. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So all the best to you.
All the
Thank you,
best.
sir.
All the best.
All the best.
Thank you,
All
sir.
the best.